Hey everyone, welcome back to Res Me Up. Friday, yay! Okay, so we're going to re-pour this one in clear. It's going in the pressure pot. I have this brushed, and I have this brushed. This one, I brushed her face and her skin with the Let's Resin Chrome Powder Rose Gold. And then I brushed these places. Get a pointer here so I'm not getting my big fat finger in there. All of these places right in here was her hair, and so I used the fairy green on that, and then the rest of it I just used the green in the intense chameleon powders from Let's Resin. And so we're going to pour black in that. And this, I used all of the chrome powders. Not all of them, most of them. So this is the sky blue, that's the blue, this is the green, that's the gold, that's the fuchsia, that's the chartreuse yellow, that's the teal, and then red and blue. So I have the black already mixed up because I'm going to use clear in this, so I need to mix up a separate batch for that. So we're going to go ahead and pour these in here because I already have the black mixed up. So, and this is going in my pressure pot. That's going to sit out on the table because I don't have room in my pressure pot for all of this. I have the for this and this, but not that. Since everything is still not back in my craft room yet, or my studio, whatever you want to call it, I can't find my other shelf for my pressure pot. So I only have one shelf in there at the moment, and because these molds all have these in the bottom, I need to have a rack in the bottom, and so I put it's a rack that goes inside your Ninja thingy. And I've never used it, and it came with it, so I just stuck that in there. Okay, I'm not going to fill it all the way up because I have to carry it over there, even though it's right behind me, but I don't want to spill. Now this one I can fill all the way up because it's just going to sit right here on the table. I know you guys have heard me say this a million times, but I hate black resin. It's so messy. Stains everything. I mixed up 8 ounces, so should pretty much take mostly all of it. And this is the Bond Crafter pre-mixed black. All right, and then I still have to fill that up, so I'm going to get it over here in my vacuum chamber and get it filled up. Okay, so that is done. I'm just going to spritz it, and I'm going to go mix up my clear, and I'll be back. Okay guys, my other part of my resin's mixing, but I'm going to risk it today, and Michelle says you don't have to put your resin through a vacuum chamber before you put it in the pressure pot. So we're going to take her up on that today. Now, what I've done with these is I took my glazed Tiffany from Into Resin. You know I love this. It's my favorite. And I just went around and I brushed the circles here and the center thing and that, and then also the circles that go around that, and that's it. That's all I did. So I'm going to go ahead and pour. I've got the other part of it mixing up. All right, that's all I need to put in there for it at the moment, because I don't want to overflow it while I'm carrying it over to the pressure pot. I'm going to go underneath this lip. Not that it makes a difference, but I'm going to go under it anyway. Okay. I hand mix that, so. All right, I'm gonna set this over here. Bring this over here, and we'll pour the rest of this in here. Just gonna pour it into this little flower. I have a new resin to show you guys, but I was reading the instructions and it said that you can't pour that more than, I think it said 1/8 of an inch deep because of the type of resin that it is. So I didn't want to risk that. So we're just going to use good old Let's resin because I know all about Let's resin. So tomorrow, guys, we are off to Nebraska, leaving at 5 a.m. The girls have comp in Omaha. And then July 20th, we take off for Indiana. Which, by the way, guys, there won't be a live in July because I'll be gone on that 3rd Saturday of the month. And Michelle has enough on her plate, so I wasn't going to ask her to do 2 lives. So there won't be another live until August. But my live for June is going to be next Saturday. We are doing an ocean theme. Going to have 6 prizes to give away. Oh goodness, she gave me the information, but it's not in front of me, so I can't remember what it all said. But 5 p.m. normal standard Central Standard Time. I'll be putting out a little shortsy video on that, just so you guys can have all the information. All right, let's fill her up. That is as far as that's going to get filled up, and I'm going to put these in my pressure pot, and we will be back when they're ready to demold. Okay? All right, guys. See you on demold. Bye. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Got all the goodies on the table, and they're all cured. We're going to do this one last because I don't know how it turned out since it's been in the pressure pot. So let's set that aside. I'm afraid to see what's underneath that ring. All right, let's see how this one turned out. Hopefully we have no mica bubbles underneath underneath here, since I didn't get to put it in the pressure pot because I didn't have room. So let's see. Little bitties. Little bitties. Oh, wow. Look at that. That looks really good. I only got just little tiny one right there. And just a little bit tiny ones on these down here. But that's all that's really noticeable. How pretty is that? Okay, we're going to dress this up here in just a little bit. Okay, then I did, with the leftovers, I did 2 of the flowers, but the other one I am going to do a 2-tone. So, but this one I just did all black. Hopefully it's ready to come out. Oh, how pretty is that? Gorgeous. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. And then this was the extra clear. I just poured this in, put in some of the crushed crystal, and like I said, hopefully it's It's been sitting all night, so it should be ready to come out. Get my hand in there. It's pretty too. So it's just clear. Pretty, pretty, pretty. These are so pretty on top of a, like a flat top dish, or I mean bowl, not bowl, but jar, jar lid. So those are cute. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how Medusa turned out. Look, the mold is clean, completely clean. So you know what that means. Wow. Look at that. I think I pretty much got her skin pretty much spot on. That was really hard. I may have to go over it in some space in places with a marker, but the fairy green looks really good in where that hair was or is. So it contrasts between that and the green. And then I may do something that's pretty cool. Very cool. So that's how she turned out. I may do some facial things. The snakes all have a lot of detail. We may enhance some of those too. Forgot to get that right there. I think I didn't get that down in there either. I mean, I did, but not enough. But very cool. Very cool. All right. Okay. All right, we'll start with this. One bubble right there. That's it. And I even went around before I put it in the pressure pot like 3 or 4 times with the silicone tool. Look at that. That is so pretty. Crystal clear, but one bubble. Which I can fill that in with UV resin and you won't even see it. But gorgeous. Can you see the glazed Tiffany? It's just subtle enough. Love it. Okay, let's see how this turned out. This is so clear. Get my fingers in there. Turned over. Oh, look. I love that glazed Tiffany. It's so pretty. And I just did it just down these. Perfection. So I know I need to put it in the pressure pot each time. I just don't know how. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Okay. Oops. Perfect. Perfect. Electrical crews are all here around the neighborhood, and so that's what he's hearing, because they're fixing poles. We actually have one that's totally bent over, and we have electrical lines that are almost touching our roof, but so they all have to be fixed, all of them. So, okay, what should we do to this? I will tell you what we're going to do. We're going to use the gold KAMENSKAYA. These, now this is the KAMENSKAYA shimmering, super shining liquid gilding bright gold. And we're just going to go over and we're just going to touch the top of these. Those little guys there, I thought I colored those red. Maybe I didn't. Okay. So there's that. That is done. Very cute. Very, very cute. All right, we'll set that over there. Let me get my markers. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm trying to find the right color here. It's kind of hard when you're looking at caps. These two are obviously a rose gold color, but when you put them on there, they're a little lighter than what we have. But I don't know if you guys know this or not, but with these acrylic markers, so this is 521 right there. So I want it to be a little darker, but definitely not this color. 621. So maybe, because I want it to look darker on the back of her face, like shading, shadow, not quite sure. But anyway, as I was saying before I got distracted on color, you can take a small brush with alcohol and you can blend these colors together. They work nicely that way. So, I think this is going to be way too dark. So So then you just wet your brush, and then you can go in there just like that. Just blend it. I guess that's not bad. It's better than the really light pink. Because what I had to do this for was because the green, it came out onto the skin, which, I mean, I guess is not a bad thing, but you know me. I can't handle imperfections. Much better. Okay, so now I'm going to get my metallic markers because I want to put green eyeshadow on her face. I do want to get a pinkish, a dark pinkish maybe color here. Okay, I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to finish this up and then I will BRB. Okay guys, I think that's as good as I can get it. What do you think? Pretty accurate. I think when I get it, I'm going to spray it with a gloss finish, so that way none of this, you know, comes off. But yeah, what do you think? I did all the eyes in this color green, and then they just didn't pop very well, so I went over and did gold instead. So who knows, I may change my mind and do them black, I don't know. But that's how it turned out. I like it. It's very pretty. So now I just need to find something to put this in the center of, and then I'm going to get a gold Sharpie. But what I want to find is something that has a black background, and so then I will put this in the center, have all of the Medusa team members sign it on the outside, and then I'll encase it in resin, and then I'll put Coach Taylor 2026 Nationals at the bottom like I did for the other. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. If I can find something that has like a background, you know, for Medusa, because they got some really cool backgrounds for their set. All right, I never can get these on here right. So I might dig and see if I can't find maybe a background or something for that. So, okay guys, that is it for my Friday. So we got the Medusa done. She turned out spectacular. Let me know what you think about that. And then this is the turtle mold. Also turned out really nice. And then this is the vintage jar put through the pressure pot. Turned out absolutely spectacular. Just got one bubble under that rim. Other than that, perfect. You guys will have to let me know what you think about that. I know I've done it quite a few times in the last few days, but I'm a perfectionist, and so trying to get it perfect was my goal. So there it is. And then this I just did with clear and the crushed crystal. Crushed crystal. And then this was just the leftover black from these. That turned out spectacular as well. So, there you have it. That's it for me today, guys. Well, we are off in the morning at 5 a.m. to Nebraska for the girls' competition. So, my resin mold box showed up yesterday for July. So, we'll be tackling that. I also have this very special project that I need to get done. I've been putting it off because I'm actually quite nervous to do it. One of my subscribers reached out to me and asked me to put together a memorial for her beloved animal that passed away. And she sent me everything I need to put into it. And so I've been putting it off because I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. But you guys, I've just got to jump in and I've just got to get it done. So we might tackle that on Sunday. So because I just got to stop stressing about it. I just got to get it done. That's all there is to it. So we might tackle that on Sunday. So, all right, everyone. Well, have a great Friday. Stay cool because it's hot. At least it's hot here. And we'll see you guys possibly on Sunday for that project. Forewarn, it may be a long video. So, all right, everyone. Take care. Remember, stay curious, stay creative, always stay positive, and be kind. And everyone have a fabulous weekend, and I'll let you know how the girls did at their competition. And yeah, take care. Bye.